Hey guys, this is a page from Beebom.com and this is the new Realme X2 that recently arrived in India at an amazing starting price of Rs 16,999. Honestly, I was expecting it to go against the Redmi K20, but at this price it goes against the very good Redmi Note 8 Pro. So how does it do against the Redmi Note 8 Pro? Is it the new best budget phone out there? Well, we are going to find that out, but before we do that, I'd suggest you to hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post an awesome new video. Now that you've done that, let's get on to the fight. So this is the new Realme X2 and the Redmi Note 8 Pro side by side. So like always, let's take it one by one. Starting off with the design, the Realme X2 looks a lot like the X2 Pro and the XT, and it's not a bad thing. It is a premium and sleek looking phone. The Note 8 Pro is also very similar looking with a glass back, so it's very subjective on what you like more. Now there's one thing I do like more about the Realme X2's design, and that's the fact that it's more lightweight when compared to the Redmi Note 8 Pro. I know it has a smaller battery, but hey, it's just more comfortable to use for longer durations. Anyway, like I said, both of these phones look premium and they have all the functionality you need. So you get the USB-C port, the headphone jack, the dedicated micro SD slot, the single speaker on the bottom, and the same front with the teardrop notch. Now the front looks similar, but this is where there are some major differences. The X2 is the more impressive of the two here as it features an AMOLED display compared to the IPS LCD on the Note 8 Pro. I have been testing out both of these phones and there's no doubt that the IPS LCD on the Note 8 Pro is great, but AMOLED on the X2 is just better and honestly what I enjoy using more. The X2 display has more punchy, attractive colors, deep blacks. It's just usual AMOLED traits we all love so much. Anyway, since it is AMOLED, the X2 features an in-display fingerprint scanner compared to the physical fingerprint scanner on the back of the Note 8 Pro. Now, both of these scanners are fast, and even the in-display scanner on the Realme X2, like most recent Realme phones, is super fast, so you'll be fine with any of them. Both also have the face unlock feature, and here again, both the phones do a fine job. But yeah, if you ask me, the Realme X2 is just faster. It's just crazy fast, as you can see. And yeah, I like the fact that it's so instantaneous. Now moving on to things under the hood, the Realme X2 features the gaming-centric Snapdragon 730G, which is a good upgrade over the 712 in the XT. And I think it's the right chipset capable of taking on the MediaTek Helio G90T, another gaming-centric chipset that powers the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So let's start with the benchmark scores. Okay, so here are the AnTuTu scores, and well, you can see that the G90T is better here, but it's not a big difference. It is very close. The same is the case with Geekbench as well. The single core scores are very similar, but in multi-core, the G90T is a little better. So the benchmarks on both of these phones is similar and good, and even the real-world performance is pretty great. I have used the Note 8 Pro in the past and it's a solid performer, and I've been using the X2 for the last few days, and well, it too is a top-notch performer. On the gaming front, both these chipsets are aimed at gaming and both phones handle high-end gaming with ease. PUBG Mobile runs at high graphics settings by default, and the performance, as you can see side by side, is just top end. I also played COD Mobile and Asphalt 9 on these phones and the performance was expectedly great. Yeah, there is a question about any heating issues. Now both the phones don't really overheat, but the Redmi Note 8 Pro with its MediaTek chipset does get a little more warmer. It's not a big difference, but yeah, the Realme X2 is the more comfortable phone. Anyway, talking about the software now, it is ColorOS versus MIUI. Now both of these skins pack in all the features like dark mode, digital well-being, navigation gestures and more. Yeah, they're both feature-rich platforms, but both of them come with Android 9 Pie on board, which is a little sad considering 2020 is almost here. Anyway, Realme has announced that its new custom UI based on Android 10 will arrive for the X2 in March, and the Android 10 beta is available for the Note 8 Pro, so the stable update should arrive soon, so all that is good news. All in all, when it comes to the platforms, it all boils down to what you choose. Now coming to one of the most important comparisons, the cameras. Both of these phones have the exact same camera setup. They have 64 megapixel primary cameras, 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, 2 megapixel macro lenses and 2 megapixel depth sensors. Well, I've been taking a lot of photos with these phones and I'd say it's a close call. In good lighting, both the phones capture good shots, no doubts, but the Note 8 Pro photos have a little more detail. Just look at the surface on this shot. Let's just zoom in. Yeah, you can see the difference, right? Now the Note 8 Pro photos aren't perfect too. Sometimes they're just over-processed, like in this shot. But in daytime, I'd pick the Note 8 Pro. Now let's move on to low light shots. Okay, so here you can see both the phones have captured very similar shots. You can see the color of the leaves, the light, the exposure, all very similar. Here's another shot where again things are very similar. However, I did find the X2 to be better when you want to focus on a particular thing. So usual shots, I'd say in good light the Note 8 Pro is slightly better, and in low light the X2 is slightly better. But yeah, slightly being the keyword. Anyway, the camera performance should improve further with updates. I mean, the Realme X2 is the newer phone here, and Realme in the past has improved the camera performance of some of its phones via regular updates, so I'm confident things will get better. Moving on to ultra wide angle shots. Okay, so the X2 and Note 8 Pro capture some cool ultra wide angle shots. However, both have their advantages. I found the colors in the X2 photo a little better, and I like how it dramatizes things more. I like it. And I found that the detail in Note 8 Pro ultra wide angle shots are a little better. I mean, just look at this shot. See? Here are some more ultra wide angle photos from both the phones. Next up, both the phones also have the macro lens, and in my testing, I found the macro lens on the Note 8 Pro is better than the one on the X2. I mean, the X2 is not bad per se. As you can see here, the X2 photo is nice too. But the Note 8 Pro's macro lens is just more consistent with photos that are sharp and detailed, as you can see in this photo. Then there's the portrait mode. Here are portrait mode shots from both the phones, and as it is clear, the depth sensor on both these phones make sure that the edge detection is on point. And I like the fact that both the phones take decent portrait mode shots. However, the Realme X2 kind of messes up the colors sometimes, and the Note 8 Pro is imperfect too. When there's harsh lighting, it just whitens things up. Yeah, this is pretty weird. So both have their issues and both have their advantages, like in most other scenarios. Next up, there's videos. The X2 and the Note 8 Pro are capable of shooting 4K 30 FPS videos, so here's one. Well, the video quality from both these phones is fine. I like the colors in the X2 video more. I mean, the Note 8 Pro video is a little on the warmer side. However, the stability on the Note 8 Pro is a little better. Now, all that is fine, but there are a couple of video related features that I really like in the X2. There's portrait mode video support, which I really enjoy testing on the X2 Pro, and it works really well on the X2 too. Yeah, this is pretty cool. The phone also has the ultra steady mode, so you can capture videos that are a little more stable, maybe while you're running, like I am in this video. So yeah, these features are kind of nice. Lastly, on the camera front, the selfies. The X2 features a 32 megapixel selfie camera compared to a 20 megapixel camera on the Note 8 Pro. Well, here are some selfies from the phone, and yeah, they capture very similar selfies. The Note 8 Pro selfies seem a little sharper, but it's not a huge difference. Look, overall, both of these phones have capable camera setups, and they both have their advantages and some issues. But overall, if you're worried about the camera performance, let me tell you that you'll be fine with any of these phones. Lastly, there's the battery. The Redmi Note 8 Pro comes with a 4500 mAh battery with an 18-watt charger in the box, while the Realme X2 comes with a slightly smaller but decent 4000 mAh battery but faster 30-watt charger in the box. Now, when it comes to the battery performance, the Note 8 Pro is obviously a little better. See, both of these phones easily last for more than a day, but the Note 8 Pro just lasts a little longer. Now, when it comes to charging, the X2 is pretty expectedly just faster. The X2 with its 30-watt VOOC 4.0 charger goes from 10 to 100% in about an hour and 5 minutes, which is really fast. The Note 8 Pro, on the other hand, takes 2 hours to go from 10 to 100%, which is fine considering the bigger battery. But yeah, the X2's charging speed is way ahead, and I appreciate it a lot. Well, time for the conclusion. The Realme X2 or the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which is the best budget phone out there at the end of 2019? Well, before I answer that question, let me tell you that these are some really good budget smartphones. They look premium with their glass designs, they have top-notch performance, they bring similar great camera performance. But if I had to buy one of these, I'd go with the Realme X2. For two reasons. First up, display is obviously something that matters to me a lot, and I love the AMOLED display on the X2. It's just better. Second, the faster charging. I want faster charging on my phone, and the X2 gives me just that. I know the X2 is priced higher and you only get the 4GB RAM variant for 17K. So if you have a strict budget of under 15K, the Note 8 Pro is still the best phone to buy, no doubts. But between the two, my choice right now is the Realme X2. Well, that's what I think, but I'd love to know your thoughts too, so sound off in the comment section down below. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to share it with your friends. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.